Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the world of the Fate Stay Night. But as we've been doing for about a week now, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I hope you haven't at least hated it, but I'm gonna keep doing the musical theater beginnings of the show and spend like 5 minutes singing some musical theater numbers just to keep myself in practice, and also just because I love to do it, and musical theater is my favorite thing in the universe. Sorry, video games sometimes. But today, gonna go with a song I actually did a audio audition for the writer of this musical like 15 years ago. Time passes. It's from the last 5 years, one of my favorite musicals, which is about the beginning and eventually deterioration of a relationship. And we see it from both the woman and the male's point of view, but the woman's point of view is from the breakup, and as the play goes along, it goes to the beginning. But from the guy's point of view, it's from the beginning of the relationship and goes to the end. And it's just like, it's such a fun journey, and you see like each of their perspectives and just like why the relationship just fell apart and why it was meant to fall apart. There was sadly no saving that relationship, but it's like, it's such a wonderful musical, and I just want to share one of the numbers from it. It is from the guy's perspective, and it's in the middle, so it's like relationship is falling apart. It hasn't completely fallen apart. Maybe it can be salvaged. Let's see how he goes about trying to salvage it a little bit. There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing. And while you've made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going. And that's done. What's it really about? Is it really about the party, Kathy? Can we please, for a minute, stop blaming and say what you feel? Is it just that you're disappointed to be touring again for the summer? Did you think this would all be much easier than it's turned out to be? Well then, talk to me, Kathy. Talk to me. If I didn't believe in you, we'd never have gotten this far. If I didn't believe in you, and all of the 10,000 women you are, if I didn't think you could do anything you ever wanted to, if I wasn't certain that you'd come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Kathy, I wouldn't be standing here now. If I didn't believe in you, we wouldn't be having this fight. If I didn't believe in you, I'd walk out the door and say, Kathy, you're right. But I never could let that go. Knowing the things about you I know, things when I met you 4 years ago, I knew. It never took much convincing to make me believe in you. Don't we get to be happy, Kathy? At some point down the line, don't we get to relax without some new source to push me yet further from you? If I'm cheering on your side, Kathy, why can't you support mine? Why do I have to feel I've committed some felony for doing what I always swore I would do? I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to sink. But you know what I think? I think you'll be fine. Just hang on and you'll see. But don't make me wait till you do to be happy with you. Will you listen to me? No one can give you courage. No one can thicken your skin. I will not fail so you can be comfortable, Kathy. I will not lose because you can't win. If I didn't believe in you, here's where the travelogue ends. If I didn't believe in you, I couldn't have stood before all of our friends and said, this is the life I choose. This is the thing I can't bear to lose. Trip us or trap us, but we refuse to fall. That's what I thought we agreed on, Kathy. If I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't have loved you at all. I love that song. It's so sad and depressing. Ah, hello, Verse. Thank you for the bird. I believe that the bird probably inspired my performance and hopefully helped me soar to the higher notes. I don't feel as confident about that one as I have other performances, but take him as believe him. It was okay. That was okay, I think. Maybe I'll listen back to this in the future and I will absolutely hate it. The bird is always here for you. Thank you, bird. You got my back, bird. Appreciate you. But for now, back to the world of the Fate Stay Night, where we are on day 6, I believe? Had a nice day, we've had breakfast, we've told our 2 people who kind of sort of live with us and visit us, or the 2 people who visit all the time, that we have 2 other girls who are living with us right now, so things are awkward, but I think we've gotten over the most awkward part. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully it gets more awkward. But for now, it's time for just an everyday school life. We've got like 7 days to find out who planted a magical bomb at our school. I'm sure we're gonna find it, no problem. We're gonna solve the mystery, rewrite history's DuckTales. Wait, what? Could Scrooge McDuck be a summon? I hope so. What would Scrooge McDuck be? Scrooge McDuck... I feel like Scrooge McDuck could potentially be a ruler class. He does the... no, he's a Lancer. Scrooge McDuck is a Lancer. Have you played the NES DuckTales? He will bounce on that cane like a Lancer. Absolutely. Scrooge McDuck is a Lancer, 100%. Thought of getting into the Fates games or the anime. I am really enjoying the visual novel so far. So, like, stick around if you think you might enjoy it. Stop watching and play it for yourself. Like, that... or just enjoy the game through my experience or something like that. I don't know. That's part of the streaming thing, right? I don't know. that is how it works. It's time for school. Nothing's going to go wrong. Yep, the singing is over. Time to get to the actual game. And this time I didn't start with just chatting. I'm probably not going to start with just chatting, just in case I forget to switch. Alright. COVID mucus, get out of my chest. We got stupid voices to do. Wait, what? When we get to school, she's still distracted. The gate is packed with arriving students, beginning with another typical school day. Wah wah. But I sense there's something off. Yesterday, I passed through the gate without noticing, but today I totally do notice that there's a bomb! It's hard to explain, but there's this feeling that things are too calm. So much so it numbs the mind. You're right. The air feels different in here than outside. It smells like sweet honey. Oh, so that's how it feels for you? You don't have any skill at detecting magic stuff, but you might be sensitive to changes in the world around you. Wait, you can smell magic? I guess there are weirder things. Like, can you smell colors? I feel like I need to get this tested. You might just have a concussion from, all the battles. Osaka begins pondering. Or it could be diabetes. A sweet smell like honey, huh? Like a carnivorous plant, maybe. Nope, that's the wrong voice. I'm getting dangerously close to slipping into my Mia voice from Phoenix Wright. Speaking of Phoenix Wright, starting tomorrow, as of now, the Phoenix Wright series is finally back. Yeah, we were getting dangerously close. I need to get out of Mia. Get out of Mia mode. I'm so excited about Phoenix Wright being back that I had some Mia in my head. Sweet smell like honey? Like a carnivorous plant, maybe? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's better. That's more of the Tosaka I've been doing. A carnivorous plant? That's disturbing. Friggin' nervous? Don't worry. All you've got to do is solve all sorts of puzzles and all sorts of crazy Phoenix Wright logic puzzles while I mock you in the background doing silly voices. It's my favorite thing ever, legitimately. I love doing the Phoenix Wright series with my buddy The Worst Heroes. Go follow The Worst Heroes if you're not. He's outstanding. He also does a lot of D&D stuff, including something called Guns. I don't know. It's a Dam D&D? Is it like dam building? I don't know. It's something. Gun crafting? You think so? I don't think it's off the mark, though. I mean, once the bounded field over the school closes, everyone inside gets eaten. She sees right through me, and I gulp. I try. What was my favorite moment? What was my favorite moment of... We've had a lot of great moments during the Phoenix Wright series. Oh, I'll always love, like, the end of 2-4, when it's just, like, the moment of you get one piece of evidence and one person to present it to, otherwise it's game over. It's like, I was looking forward to that one for so long, and I don't think it disappointed. Take a deep breath, and we don't talk about E. Oh, you weren't here the other day for when we did this. I should probably just do this off stream, but no, I'm doing it on stream because a couple of streams ago, we watched clips of Wheel 2000, which got in my head for some reason, by 1997 kids version of Wheel of Fortune, and every time they did a letter on the board, which was hosted by basically a VTuber, the VTuber would just like always dance around and stuff, while the board, whenever the letter came up, would pronounce the letter, and of course there were E. I'll have to go back to my stream and clip it just to make my life a living hell for you. I don't know. I knew it. I can read you like a book. Whatever, well, I don't like it. Don't get so mad. I know what you want to say, so relax. I know you don't want to be all the students getting dragged into hell or something, and I wouldn't want this to be a battlefield either, see? So there's only one thing for us to do. Well, unless Shinji's in the battlefield. I'm okay with Shinji being stuck in the battlefield forever. He's teasing me. It is the best letter of the alphabet, yeah. Like, there's a reason at the end of Wheel of Fortune they do the R, S, T, L, and E. E is the best. They save the best for last. He's testing me. Osaka's trying to tell me... What's the test? Is she telling me she loves me? I haven't been paying close enough attention. Oh, that this master I'm willing to fight in the Holy Grail War is the sort willing to hurt innocents, which is why they're here at school. I know. We need to find the master who put up the bounded field and take care of it. If they say they're not going to take down the bounded field, then we have to kick him in the nuts. Hopefully it's a guy so we can kick him in the nuts. Do ladies have nuts to kick? We'll kick him in the lady nuts too. You're an idiot. Fine, sure. That's right. Glad you got it. I'm going to go search for whoever set this bounded field, so you go and check anywhere that seems suspicious. Oh, other person, dang it. I've done some searching already, and I might have missed something. And it looks like you're good at finding singularities, so I'll be the specialist. Try his hand. Osaka waves and just runs towards the building. Don't leave me hanging! What kind of places are suspicious? Quote you, anywhere where the air is sweet. You just need to find places that are nauseating, syrupy, and sweet. So I need to go check the ice cream closet. Got it. Cafeteria has an ice cream closet, right? Every school should have one. Osaka yells her reply from across the campus. For anyone to hear, but whatever. Then she disappears into a school building. Ah, what the heck? Why would she need to run in there like this? Oh, the bell for homeroom rings. That's why she could have warned me. I clutch my bag and start running at full speed. Oh, after all that happened yesterday, I don't know what Fujini will say if I'm late. Oh, no. It's lunchtime. Temporary through this break from classes is... Temporary though there's no R there. Temporary though this break from classes as students rush back and forth across the whole school. Learn to read. Thumb, bum. Okay, it won't look suspicious if I wander around now. I wolf down my lunch and head into the hallway. Okay, this is an anime game. What are the odds? Okay. Hypothesis. It's going to give me a list of places to potentially check. I'm terrified one of them will be the girls' bathroom. Or girls' locker room. Because anime. Or not necessarily anime. High school shenanigans. Is it more anime or more high school shenanigans? Yeah, I'll go high school shenanigans. This really isn't the time to say I've never done anything like this. The war has already begun, so now I need to look for anything suspicious, like what Tosaka was talking about in my own way. Dun 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 dun. Wait, that was supposed to be the Mission Impossible thing, but I think it turned into Space Jam. Y'all ready for this? Wait, no, now it's turning to Mortal Kombat. No! Well, the Holy Grail War is kind of Mortal Kombat. Saber, use Fatality. Can you do the Sub-Zero Hadouken thing? Wait, no, Sub-Zero doesn't go Hadouken. Oh, no, my brain is scrambled. Oh, well, I guess the first place to look would be wherever there's not usually anyone around. Let's see. I just hope I can make some progress without wasting the lunch period. Hopefully I have enough time for lunch. After I search the building, I take a look outside. Don't see anything strange at the athletic fields, but this area seems different. Don't tell me this is... I found some suspicious spots in the campus. Behind the stairs, dead ends, empty classrooms, and other less public places. But this place is different. Everyone gathers here every day, so it's not isolated. How did I not notice this earlier? This place is the most bizarre of them all. I clutch at my chest as I speak. The atmosphere here is suffocating. The heavy wind and humid air of being here makes it all uncomfortable. And soon as I realize what I'm smelling, I find myself getting a tummy ache. Osaka said that there should be a base point for bounded fields. I don't know how many there are, but I think the first must be somewhere around here. If I'm right, there should be some inscription or sign of it somewhere. ... No use. I don't have the ability to detect magic stuff, so there's no way I can find any of it. Phew. I guess I have no choice but to report to Tosaka. Sakura, Tosaka, or Shiro. Or not Shiro, Shinji. I'm betting Shinji. Oh, it's you. Looking for something, Emiya? Who's there? I whirl around when I hear that voice. There, standing in front of the Kyoto Club is... Shinji! Got it. What a coincidence. I was actually heading that way myself. I didn't happen to see... You didn't happen to see it, did you? Shinji grins. Shinji Matao seems genuinely pleased with himself. That means something bad happened, or is about to happen. See, what? I don't see anything around here. Ah, you did see it. I get it now. So that's why you and Tosaka are together. Yes, teaming up with other masters is an efficient way to go. What? Shinji, don't tell me! Chill, Emiya. It's between you and me. We shouldn't be hiding anything from each other, best buddy. I didn't know what the heck's following you around, but you've got forced into the role of master too, right? Shinji is so blunt about this, not an ounce of hesitation. He's a master, and not at all shy about it. Don't tell me you're a master too, Shinji? That's what I've been saying. But hey, don't get me wrong, I've no intention of fighting anyone. Sure, I'll kill anyone that tries to attack me, but I won't do anything if people leave me alone. See, we're a lot alike in that regard, aren't we? Well, we are best buddies. Yay! Shinji giggles. Oh, that's a good thing. From what he's saying, it's clear he's a master, but... I'm actually surprised to learn that you're a master, Emiya. So why don't we have a little chat? One shocked master to another. Chat? I don't mind. What are we going to be chatting about? About what's going to happen, obviously. I already told you. I have no plans to fight, but the rest of the participants sure do. So it'd be best to be ready for anything that might come our way. Don't you think? It might be scary all alone, but not so much if it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. You and I. Oh, is Shinji asking me to team up with him? Well, this probably isn't the best place to talk about that kind of stuff. Who knows who might be listening? Why don't we go... somewhere else? The girls' locker room? What are you... No, what's wrong with you, pervert? Maybe we can talk at my house. Tosaka wouldn't be able to spy on us there. And we'll be safe even if we're attacked. Go somewhere else? Are you crazy? Lunch break's almost over, so if we wanted to talk... You are so freaking boring. So what if we skip class? Let's just go. I'm glad to know you're a master too. Don't ruin the moment. There's no reason to go. People will get suspicious if we skip class. Yeah, it's time to hang out with our best buddy Shinji. What could possibly go wrong? You just won't budge, will you? Oh, I get it. Yes, you're right. You should be on guard. But don't worry. I'm not going to attack you. No matter what. You really take me for the kind of guy who would stab you in the back? No, I take you for the guy who would punch his sister in the face. Which I feel could be like a close relative of the guy who would stab you in the back. I don't feel like it's that big a leap. Hey, Jordan, Hal Jordan. Welcome to the world of Fate Stay Night. Our best frenemy wants us to hang out with him. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't just casually follow you, huh? Of course you didn't think of that, Shiro. Well, whatever. You have a servant hanging around you too. So I'm not going to pick a fight with someone so dangerous. Huh? Does Shinji think I have Saber with me now? Actually, no. Shinji just can't see the servant in spirit form. That's why he thinks I have Saber with me. Oh, just come on. If Tosaka finds out, neither of us are going to live to tell the tale. It's going to be so awkward. And Shinji just walks away. I guess I have no choice but to follow him. I am interested in hearing what Shinji has to say, so at this point, I should just give up on attending afternoon. Oh, is it not going to be a okay, it's not a choice. Silly me for assuming that we would have a choice there. We walk up a hill. We are in the residential area with Western-style houses. I hear Tosaka's house is at the top of the hill. I remember that Batal's house is right below it, like it's trying to hide or something. Have you ever built a house that tried to play peekaboo? The Mattel house is still as impressive as I remember. I visited a few times in middle school, but I haven't been near it recently. I mean, I haven't been invited since Shinji and I drifted apart, and Sakura doesn't like me coming here. It's daytime, but the mansion is super spooky. The whole place is designed so that sunlight doesn't get in. There's not much in the way of lighting inside. Oh, and there's honestly a decent enough chance of someone smacking into a wall if they don't know the layout. Is Mami Minamoto in this game? The name Minamoto doesn't ring a bell to me. Wait. Do the config. Is there anyone named Minamoto? So, if there is a Minamoto in this game, I haven't met them. This way, Emiya. I'm in the living room. I don't know when he got there, but I hear Shinji's voice from the back of the mansion. Even after a year, I still remember my way around the house. I have a good brain memory, so I'm able to find the living room easy enough. Totally not spooky interior. Although I want to like go up to those candelabras and like straighten the candles out a little bit. I don't think it's the perspective. I think some of the candles are just in crooked, and it's like it's making me itchy. I don't like it. I don't like this. There's nothing in the way of lighting even in the living room. The curtain is pulled shut, blocking out the sun. Not a hint of artificial light, so the place is super dark and gloomy. Over here, Emiya. I turn towards the voice. There, I see Shinji on a chair, and a woman, dark like obsidian, standing behind him. Let me introduce her. This is my servant, Ryder. A chill runs down my spine. The chill is so intense, it stings the back of my neck. I thought we were going to have a talk alone, Shinji. I take a step back. Don't mind her, she's just here as a precaution. I wouldn't want you taking the chance to ambush me. I'd rather have her nearby. Shinji reaches out towards his dark servant. Right, you can't just call a servant dark. Sorry, she's in Freight Grand Order, not this series. Sorry. Sorry that we won't get whoever Mami Minamoto is. His fingers caress along her waist, then stroke down her thigh. Okay, if that's the kind of relationship you guys have, I'm not here to judge. Make sure you don't tell me any servant's name, especially that one. Yeah. I thought all the H scenes were removed from this game. Ryder doesn't move a muscle. I'm sorry, like just the way it described what happened, and just like the way he's sitting there, like did he like turn around back and then just start absolutely just going up and down her thigh like this over the back of the chair? Is that how it went down? Is that how the artist wants it rendered? Ah, dang it, worse. Well, he might. Did it say he used his hands? His finger. It did say his finger, so it was not tongue. Although the fingers could be on the waist and the tongue could be on the thigh. I don't know. Use your imagination if you want. She is as still as a statue, keeping watch on me through veiled eyes. I imagine she can even see my fingertips shivering. Some hospitality you're showing to a guest you invited. You might be going a bit far on your caution, Shinji. I'm just kidding. I know perfectly well you're not the type to do something like that. Your servant's another story, though. Training this one took me a while, actually. Oh, it's not so unusual for a servant to ignore their master's orders. So just think of this as me keeping an eye on things. A servant who doesn't obey their master? Now that I look closer, Ryder is a little different than Saber. Saber is silent, but she's not frosty. Unless it's cold outside. I sense only coldness coming from Ryder, a human almost completely lacking humanity. A dark figure that looks like the blood in its veins has discolored. Don't call her an it. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, Shiro. He doesn't give the impression of a heroic spirit turned servant. I can only sense something inorganic, devoid of any light. The Rider is your way of keeping my servant in check. Can't say I love that. Sorry about that, but I am an amateur, as you know. I'm not used to this kind of stuff on my... I'm not... Dang it. Yeah, this should be Shiro, because absolutely Shiro did the first line. You'll have to forgive me for that. Can't say I'm exactly used to this either. That's so, then why don't you call yours out too? I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Well, I've already shown you mine. And I didn't ask you to show me yours. Put it away. Her away. That'll help us understand each other and things will be even. Yes, let's do that. Emiya, I showed you mine. Now show me yours. Well, that's the stream, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. We had fun here. Goodbye. Oh, boy. Shinji really thinks Saber's right next to me. It's probably best to let him keep thinking that. Oh, boy. Do we need TOS Tomberry? No, TOS Tomberry isn't showing anything. Maybe I should have had TOS Tomberry just over the entire thigh rubbing section. That probably would have been the right thing to do. I refuse. If you're just doing this to keep me in check, you shouldn't mind. That should be enough if I'm here to talk. What the heck? Don't you get it? I said I want to see it. I don't know why you're being just a little about it, but I think it'd be in your best interest to listen to me. Then we're done talking. I didn't come to show off our servants. If that was what you wanted, then I'm just heading home. Fine. You're useless, as usual. He moans discontentedly and slumps further into his chair. Thank you for no more thigh rubbing. Okay, then let's talk then. There's only one thing I wanted to talk about anyway. As I was saying earlier, do you want to team up, Emiya? I might have become a master, but I don't know what the heck a Holy Grail war even is. I'd rather work with someone I know I can trust than do this all by myself. Wait, hold up. I wanted to ask you something, and my answer will depend on your response. What is that? Do you want to know why I became a master? I nod. As far as I know, Shinji's not even a mage. Until I find out how Shinji became a master, I don't intend to work with him. I hear mages are the only ones who become masters. I may be inexperienced, but I am training in magecraft, and I became a master because I formed a contract with a servant by a sheer coinkydink. Did you accidentally summon a servant and get dragged to the Holy Grail War too? Don't give him an excuse. Like, he could grab onto that and just straight up use that as an excuse. He could be like, yeah, sure, totally. If that's what happened with him, then we're in the same boat. I don't think I'd be able to refuse his proposal to team up in that case. And if he was smart right now, he would just say just exactly that, because you've given him the ammunition. You gave him the answer you wanted to hear. So you became a master by coincidence then? Good, that's a more reasonable explanation. Shinji giggles like it's the funniest thing he's ever heard. Well, I guess something similar happened with me. At least I was forced into becoming a master like you. Don't get me wrong, though. I knew what masters were, and I have known about the Holy Grail Wars forever. Unlike your family, the Mattel family is a respected line of mages. What? The Mattels are a family of mages? What? I never heard about that. Maybe because you didn't tell me, and you're one of like 2 people who could have possibly told me that. The other maybe being Tosaka and maybe my dad. Wait, does that mean you and Sakura, his sister, are also trained in mage stuff? Calm down, Emiya. The Mattel family may be a family of mages, but its power is all dry. The Mattel ancestors apparently rooted themselves here along with the Tosaka family, but they couldn't adapt well to Japan. And as generations went by the magic circuits, or whatever they're called, they started to dwindle, and by the time I was born, the Mattel bloodline was pretty much back to the point of being ordinary humans. That is why there are no mages in the Mattel family. It's just a line of people who used to be mages. Used to be mages? So now the only thing that remains in your family is your knowledge of magecraft. How do I feel about this? I'm kind of buying into it. Shinji is doing a decent job of selling me on this. I truly wish that the game didn't make it so obvious from the get-go and just didn't straight up tell you Shiro is abusing Sakura. I really wish that it was just like, oh, there was just a fight between these friends long ago. And it just, there was a rift in their friendship. And then we could have this conversation and I would totally potentially be on board. Just like, all right, I'm absolutely 100% willing to work with them. But I'm really not wanting to do that. I really don't want to associate with it because the game's already told me he's a complete and utter scumbag. Maybe by the end of it, like that's maybe the way they're telling the story, that's the right thing to do. Just to make it even harder. Make a harder pill to swallow to side with him. Or hopefully that's the case. Hopefully it's not just like, hey, if you side with him, it's just a bad ending because he's obviously evil. That would be a disappointing outcome for me. If that's the way they're telling the story, then that disappoints me just a little bit. Yes, unfortunately. But even if we don't have magical circuits, we're still able to learn magecraft. I managed to look up everything about Masters and the Holy Grail War, and I was able to keep my emotions under control when I found myself being a master because of ancestral teachings. I see. When I became a master, it was Tosaka who taught me about the Holy Grail War. So similarly, Shinji was able to understand his own situation thanks to the writings his family passed down. Thank you, power of books. The more you know. In other words, you only learned about magecraft. Does that mean Sakura's learned about magecraft too? Here's the question. You don't really know anything, do you? Listen, old mage families only pass down their secrets to a single person. If there are 2 children, then the oldest becomes the heir. Splitting something in 2 just dilutes the power. And a mage's job is to collect 10 magecraft disciplines and crystallize them
and then leave that to the heir to strengthen the bloodline. There are no exceptions, not even to family.
Family?
That's why mage families don't teach magecraft to anyone other than the heirs. Children who weren't selected by the family successor either never learn that their family practices magecraft, or they're just sent to be adopted by different families.
I see. Man, that's a relief. I sigh in relief. I want Sakura to live a normal, peaceful life, having nothing to do with magecraft, and hope unless the magecraft involves marrying me. Wait, what? No. I would never want her to get involved in a battle that forces someone to fight without reason.
Now do you get it, Emiya?
I may have become a master, but I've got no power in magecraft. You, on the other hand, said you can use a little, but you have next to no knowledge of magecraft.
See, don't you think we're a good match? We were both forced to be master. Let us work together.
I don't have a problem with that. I just want to clear my thought. Be clear, though. You're proposing this to protect yourself, right?
Well, in part, yes. We will need to work to get rid of our immediate enemy first. I feel like she's been giving me the evil eye.
Another, like, from the storytelling perspective. Am I okay with how this is being told? Okay, I'm okay with this being told. I was trying to think, would it be better if, like, we had this scene before Tosaka moved in with us? But that's probably a part, that could be a part of the bad end that we skipped. So, alright. So that, if this scene happens in the alternate timeline, then that makes the scene a lot better. Much more tolerable. Not tolerable, because I'm more than tolerant. I do like this scene. Of course I am. She wouldn't be treating... Of course I am. She wouldn't be treating me like otherwise.
Listen, she will be relentless against the other masters. You should know that by now, since you've been with her for a while now. I don't know what's gotten into her, but for some reason Tosaka has warmed to you. Why would a girl who never drops her guard do that? So come on. Don't you think this is our opportunity to defeat her?
Shinji holds his hand out to shake. ... I won't be a part of that. Actually, I can't. Shinji really wanted to protect himself. He should have asked Osaka too, not just me. Now is the time where I most want to go back to that alternate timeline to see if this scene would have happened and how it would have happened. Besides, Shinji, do you know there's someone overseeing the Holy Grail War?
Yes, the priest at that church, right? I heard he was a survivor of the previous war, but I haven't met him. He seems annoying. I'm not a mage, so I don't want anyone to push their mage agenda on me. It's all a conspiracy with all mages.
Shinji's contradicting himself. If he really wanted to stop fighting, he would have gone straight to Kodamine. Shinji, did you know that there's a bounded field set up at the school?
I didn't notice, but Ryder told me about it. What about it?
Is it your doing? Osaka said it was the work of a master at our school.
Oh, it's not me. I do know that there's another master at our school, so it's probably them.
Alright. While we have the picture of Ryder on the screen again, let's see what we can learn about Ryder and see if we can guess anything about her. What is the symbol on her head, and why are you blindfolded? Strength C, Con E, Agility B, Magic B, Luck D, Noble Phantasm A+. So, very powerful magic attack. Don't know anything about the profile. Chaotic good. So she's not evil. Chaotic. So Okay, so she's either a hero or like a misunderstood villain from history or mythology. Can ride mythical beasts and divine beasts as long as they're beasts. Who is potentially a female rider from history with a blindfold? What's her face from history? I need to look up her name. Just Helen of Troy. Right. Okay, that's my guess right now. Helen of Troy is my leading guess because I think Helen of Troy would qualify as chaotic good based on her story. Why would she be blindfolded? Although she could be blind. Shinji has said that he had to like almost train her to keep under control. Could the blindfold be something that he has forced upon her? Anyone else who this could be? Is the symbol on her head like a kanji of some sort? Because like it could easily be someone from like Japanese, Korean, or Chinese mythology that I just don't know about because I don't know those mythologies well. Or histories well. Alright. It is not kanji, okay. Huh? Tosaka said there is only one other master. I wouldn't recommend you just blindly trusting Tosaka. Either way, she's wrong. Tosaka is trying to trace masters by sensing their magic circuits, right? If so, I wouldn't be one of the masters she could attack since I don't have magic circuits to begin with. From the very beginning, I wouldn't even be a blip on the other masters' radars. I see. The presence of mages or command spells ultimately activates through magical energy. I can get the best views at some place? Oh, Seribot's been good about banning those instantly. Worst, if you're here, let's have a race. Who's going to ban it first? What? Dang it, you beat me to it. Thank you, Worst. Why isn't it showing it as banned on my screen? That's weird. Oh well. It's gone. So there are 4 masters at school, counting the 3 you know. Based on Shinji's logic, I think I do believe him about that. I think I do believe him about... Do I believe him about... Yeah, I think I'm going to choose to believe that he's not the one who set the bomb, and there is another master. I think he's telling the truth about those. I'm going to say I'm like 70% sure I believe both of those. Excellent sniping, Worst. Alright. But if someone without... Okay, also, yes. Oh, yeah, it's definitely someone, because the one who set the bombs, they're serving as Lancer. And we know that this is Ryder, so yeah. Okay, now I'm like 100%. I'm 100% on... Yeah, 100% that there is another master at school, and he's not the one who set the bombs. Definitely. Tosaka's method of seeking out people with their own magic energy won't lead her to a master like Shinji. Shinji doesn't have a single one. One of the traits Tosaka is expecting in a master. I see. So Tosaka must be sensing a different master. I should warn Tosaka about this when I get... No! Do we tell Tosaka about Shinji? That... I hope that becomes a choice. That's an important choice, if that is one. With that settled, there's no point in me staying here any longer. Hey, Emiya, what about our partnership? I'll have to refuse. I'm not going to help you defeat my live-in friend.
It's kind of rude to team up with someone to beat up your roommate. I feel like there's like a code against that. I probably signed something when she moved in. Besides, she hasn't done anything. I know I'll have to fight her one day, but I trust her right now, and I want to keep on trusting her. When something does happen, it will be too late. And if that's how you feel, I'm not going to push it. I'll wait it out and see. Just like you.
One thing I was afraid that once I saw her, because I have seen the Fate Stay Night anime. I saw it like 10 years ago or so. I was afraid that like once these people popped up, I would legitimately start remembering who they are. I do not. I do not remember if/who the fourth master of the school is. We haven't met Castor. Is Castor the only one we haven't met? We haven't met Assassin. I have zero clue who Assassin and Castor are, or who their masters are, so I'm very hyped about that.
Shinji gives up. He doesn't try to stop me from going home, and he doesn't send Ryder to attack me. Thank goodness, because we're hosed. Shinji really is a complicated guy. He may act like a jerk, but he seems to play fair in his own way.
What part of playing fair is slapping around your sister? I didn't read that in the playing fair rule book.
Hey Shinji, I know I'm harping about this, but does Sakura know about you? She doesn't, and I don't intend on telling her. After all, I am the heir of the Mattel family. Sakura can just remain my little sister, and none the wiser.
That'd be great. I don't want Sakura's life to change, except I would like to stop the brother beating parts. Can you stop that?
Huh. Fine. Since I'm her big brother, I should be thanking you for being so concerned about Sakura. Okay. Let me tell you something good, Emiya. I don't know who it is, but one of the masters has set up a nest for themselves in the temple.
What? The temple? You mean Ryudao Temple?
Yes, according to my servant. There's a witch living in the mountain. She's supposedly collecting a bunch of souls, so things are going to get ugly if no one does anything about her.
Whoa, what?
If that's true, that makes 5 masters.
We know that there are 7 of them. You could have worded it better. You could have been like, then that means, like, I know where the 5th master is. Alright, so we've got to take care of dismantling a bomb. We've got to go visit a witch who's taking people's souls. We've got to deal with our very best friend Shinji, who's done absolutely nothing wrong, according to Shiro, basically, based on how he treats them. And there are no other issues we have to deal with. We don't have to worry about little girls trying to disembowel me, cut my head off, and put it on a doll body. Don't have to worry about any of that. Nope.
That's all I've got for you. Ryder, see him out. You are not to harm Emiya since he is on our side. Shinji orders Ryder and she walks closer to me.
Oh, well that's...
What is your voice?
What does a Ryder sound like? Wait, have I not had an opportunity to hear Ryder's voice? Did it automatically shut it off for me? Or is that Shinji again? Does Ryder not have a voice? Interesting. But literally, we're never going to hear Ryder talk. The sound settings have spoiled me! Dang it! It was Shinji again. You can't mute her until she talks. Okay. Okay, so maybe she will talk.
Don't worry about it. I'm responsible for your safety as long as you're in my house. It wouldn't do for you to get hurt or anything like that. Oh, Ryder, you only have to see him as far as the front door. Once he is out of the house, he is not my concern, but treat him Well, until then. Shinji retreats to the back room. I silently look towards Ryder. You want to say a word? The black-garbed Ryder says nothing. What surprises me, though, when I take a closer look, I notice she has a graceful and innocent-looking face. Can we romance Ryder? Her floor-length purple hair exudes a foul odor of blood, but at the same time, she is unbelievably beautiful. I realize I'm staring because of her appearances, but I'm embarrassed for a moment. But I feel like her face and outfit just don't match at all.
Are we calling her a butterface? Jira, what do you mean by that?
If I had to boil it down to a single phrase, she's like a priestess dripping in blood.
Okay, I guess I can see what you mean by that. There was originally going to be routes for Ryder and Castor, but they were cut in production because it's already a huge game with 4 girls. No! Curse you for not having every single character to be a possible romance option! No!
She is both holy and evil. Ryder is a walking contradiction.
Just because she's wearing a black dress does not mean she's evil.
Actually, oh, why are all heroic spirits so beautiful? As I think this, I find myself looking up at Ryder's face out of sheer curiosity. Wow, he's pretty tall for a woman. He could practically step on me. Do I like that?
Might like that.
Shiro, do research later. He's easily 170 centimeters tall. Huh? This really isn't the time for calm observations. Being alone with her is a problem in itself. I should probably hurry out of the Mattel mansion.
Bye, Ryder. I'll miss you. Sorry we don't have a romance route.
Ryder sticks with me all the way to the entrance. I don't know about this. Doesn't even seem alive. Maybe she'll answer if I try talking to her.
Ooh. Wasn't expecting this choice. Huh. Stay away from danger. I feel if he had not given the outright order to not have her harm me, I think I would stay away from danger. I'm gambling. I'm gambling. Let's try to talk to Ryder. Let's try to force a romance route, even if the game doesn't let me have one.
Ryder, was what Shinji said earlier true?
I asked, not really expecting a response.
There's no change in Ryder. Just her long, beautiful hair fluttering in the wind. I figured as much. Sorry for asking such a stupid question. But we're supposed to be enemies!
Alright. Going to use the ad break to anti-hydrate. Right kick. And we are back from the ad break. Oh man, sorry for asking stupid questions when we're supposed to be enemies. Step out through the door, raising my hand to show appreciation for seeing me out. Bye! But then... Alright, we got a voice. Which means we have to figure out a stupid voice for her. Raida. What the heck does a blindfolded lady sound like? He did not lie. There is a witch. No, that's not right for her. He did not lie. There is a witch living in the mountain. Maybe. I think I do want to go with the monotone voice, but let's figure out what kind of monotone voice to give her. Oh, he did not lie. There is a witch living in the mountains. He did not lie. There is a witch living in the mountains. He did not lie. He did not lie. There is a witch. He did not lie. There is a witch living in the mountains. Also a little dead inside, maybe? He did not. He did not. What is your voice? I am leaning towards the upper range one. He did not lie. There is a witch living in the mountains. Huh? Rider! You must proceed with caution if you intend to challenge her. That witch knows how the minds of men work. Ryder speaks indifferently. I realize her voice is drawing me in, and I shake my head to clear it. Well, I'm glad Shiro actually likes the voice. Thanks for the warning. Take good care of Shinji. And as you can see, well, he's a bit of a pain, but I hope you protect him. Text Sakura 2 on the side while you're at it, please. I catch myself getting surprised, but I manage to reply. I guess that was funny because... You are a noble soul. I can see why Shinji warmed to you. Really? This is one of the most interesting lines I feel I've heard the entire time. This feels like a weird place to lie, so like, Shinji legitimately warmed to me is how I take this. Is how I feel I have to interpret this. We're really going to try to build the bonds back between Shiro and Shinji. And Ryder's making me think it's possible. Oh, why do we have to be friends with such a jerk? Oh, why do we have to be friends with a jerk? Oh, I just got an idea who this could be. I'm not going to say it out loud because I feel it's... No. No. The heroes can be dragged from any time, right? And the way Shinji treats her, and like the way he worded it, like it sounds like he had to like break her in a sense. Is this Sakura? Could this be like, is this future Sakura that Shinji has just broken down? Oh. I still think Helen of Troy is more logical, but like I think that is now a legit possibility. Oh, I hope it's not. I hope it's not. If it is, that gives me more reason to kill him. I will kill him if that turns out to be Sakura. Ooh. And yes, I'm also probably saying it because of purple hair. Ryder giggles, and she's warmed up to us, and we made her smile. Oh. I'm going to go like. I'm going to go 25% Helen of Troy, 20% Sakura, 40 or 55% someone else. That is my official like writer identity rankings right now. Oh, I please don't. I hope it's not. I hope it's not, but I also hope it is because I think it'd be interesting. And if it is that case, I hope there's an ending where Ryder kills frickin' Shinji. If that is the case, that has to be one of the endings. I walk down the hill and return to the intersection. If I walk towards the residential area on the other side, I'll be heading home. There's a master at the Ryodao Temple, huh? About an hour's walk toward the mountain from here. Desolate mountain road eventually reaches the gate of the Ryodao Temple. Ryodao Temple is a word I'm going to be saying a whole lot. It's a temple up in the mountains. It's about the size of school. The cemetery is large, and the temple itself is like a small world of its own of about 50 monks. The people in town use the temple for a variety of say words, but they also respect it as a sacred place that shouldn't be entered lightly. Now that I think about it, I haven't been to Ryodao Temple recently. I should go there now that I know that there's a master there, who I was warned can manipulate men. Oh boy, I haven't been there ever since I stayed there for some mental training last summer. I know temple life is harsh during the winter, so I was thinking about visiting during the winter break. Ah, crud, we're caught! Cheese it! Speak of the devil. Oh man, I run into the Ryodao's temple heir. He's the heir. I forgot about that part. Oh, but no. Ryodao Temple, they said it was Castor at the temple, right? If it's Castor at the temple, then he can't be it. Unless the other master... If that's the case, then there are 5 masters at our school. And Ren is only detecting one of them. Or is only detecting one of the 3 we don't know about, / she doesn't know about. They said it was a witch at the temple. The witch could be Castor. The witch could be Castor. And he could be the master, but it's just like, I don't think that's the case. I don't think he's a master. I really don't think he's a master. I don't think he's a master. I'm trying to get my words together for why I don't think he's. The main reason is, the previously said before, I think we're sticking with there are only 4 masters at school. Shiro, Shinji, Rin, and Other. I don't think he is Other because I think Other is the one who planted the bombs. And I think Bomb Master is Lancer's master. I feel decently strong about that. Not 100% sure, but like I feel decently strong about that. So unless Ren is either lying to us, is not good at her job, or either Isai or Castor's, either Isai or Lancer's master are really good at hiding themselves, which is possible. I don't think it's him. I don't think he's a master. I'm sticking with that. Oh, I love the theory crafting this like I love playing visual novels with like mysteries to them. I freaking need another Uchikoshi game. I need another Uchikoshi game. I need to solve a mystery. I need another AI Somnium Files game. Oh, hey there! Is a school over? School that I was totally at earlier today.
終わったとも。生徒会でやることもないので帰ってきたのだが、何かあったのか？見たところお山を眺めていたようだが。
No, there's nothing wrong. I just felt like going home and didn't feel like going on a suicidal trip to the mountain.
なんとなくで授業を休まれては教師は商売上がったりだ。で、なぜお山なんぞを拝んでおったのかと聞いているのだが。
It's nothing. Can I ask you something? Has anything strange been happening recently?
変動など左半時だが、さりとて劇的な境地に至ることもなし。お山は日々これ平穏。しかるに平穏こそ日常よ。
Isai, I'm being serious here.
失礼な。こっちだって真面目だぞ。
I guess you are. Sorry to bother you. Yeah, why did we say that? Why would we say that? Freaking, I'm being serious here. Just like, what about that says he wasn't being serious? What that weird response? Dang it, Shiro. Thanks, pal. Isai clears his throat to calm himself down.
変化があるといえばあるのだが、どうしたものかな。
A change at the temple?
ああ、お山ではなくうちの空気が浮ついている。親父殿の知り合いらしいのだが、少しばかり厄介な客人を迎えていてな。これが結構な美人であるから始末が悪い。
And there's our caster. Or caster master.
皆も女一人に何を騒いでいるのや
A
ら。
woman? Does Ryudao Temple have any nuns?
おらぬ。訳ありでな。祝言まで部屋を貸し与えているのだが、いや、これが確かに美しい人だな。井戸から水を汲む姿など、俺でも目を奪われるほどだ。
What do you mean an exception? Isai? Hey, are you fantasizing right now? Dude, we're having a conversation. Save that for your home alone time.
妙正はいけないんだ。妙正は。式よく立つべし。
The student council president mumbles some sort of sutra. Hello, you okay, buddy?
修行不足なので、より精進したいと思う。
I can tell he's not even listening. Isai continues to mumble, giving himself a pep talk, and disappears into the town's outskirts. By the time I get back home, the sun is almost setting. Just like yesterday, I'm the one who's first back home. Sakura and Fujini will probably get here soon, and Tosaka will come home later. I'll mention what I learned from Shinji after Sakura and Fujini go home. Yeah, why not? Just let him in on everything. Just let him in on everything that frickin' Shinji's a wizard. There's no point in talking in secret when those two are around. Having decided that, I better prepare dinner. Tosaka beat me with her cooking last night, and I need something to improve Fujini's mood. The secret ingredient to a great dish is time and effort, rather than love. I don't know. I play Tales of Vesperia, and Yuri's love-filled croquettes will always live rent-free in my head and anyone's head who ever heard that skit. If I want to guarantee my win, I'll have to spend double the time I usually would on cooking. Appreciate I'm taking this as a cooking challenge. Hey, there's got to be a cooking visual novel out there. I didn't know I needed that, but now I want to know if there's a cooking visual novel, and if so, is it in English? And if so, can I get it? Here's what happened. Ah, dang it!
I didn't lose, Tosaka. You're such a meanie. Let me reiterate, I'm not talking about the food's taste. According to you, tonight's dinner was the best you've ever tasted. So why not share it with everyone? I don't think that's what you meant. You said you didn't want to eat the food Shiro made. There's a fake cooking mama game on... So, we're doing this. Didn't think we'd be having another Let's Browse the eShop coming up so soon, but she's like, you can't do that. You can't do that to me. You can't just throw that out there and have me not be interested in. Have to double and triple check to make sure I'm not showing off my password or email. I haven't doxed myself. Yay! Search show anything? Hopefully not. Okay. Search Emiya. Alright, let's search Emiya. What am I getting into? And it's 50% off. Every day, today's menu. It is straight up visual. Like, there are different paths I get to go down depending on what I cook. What? Is this the perfect game? Okay. Oh. All right. Dang it, I'm super interested in this. Video game adaptation of the delicious, heartwarming world of today's menu for Emiya's family is finally here. I appreciate you calling it family, but watch as Rin, Sakura, and Saber slice, stir-fry, bake, and deep-fry their way through a mountain of recipes. What culinary delights will they grace us with next? Of course, the game wouldn't be complete without everyone gathering together to enjoy the mouth-watering dishes. The game features popular recipes from the original manga, along with a bevy of exclusive story content. Experience the blending of the Fate universe and culinary world! Whose cuisine reigns supreme? That goes on the wish list. I shouldn't be buying this now. I really should not be buying this now, even though it is 50% off. Amniplex? What else does Amniplex have? RPG Time, The Legend... Oh, this game! I remember seeing this game. Noble Foodtasm. Yeah, I think I remember seeing like previews of this one a while back. I didn't know this was Amniplex. All right. While I'm doing stuff, I should also look up. Is this here? Is Tsukihime on Switch? Yeah, I should put it on the wish list. I am very much in a visual novel mood. And everyone's just like, hey, Tsukihime is great. So, I don't know if I'll stream it, but I'll consider playing Tsukihime at some point. I'm not even going to read the description. I'm going to go in literally as blind as possible. Wait, no. Quick thing. So Amniplex and Amniplex of America are different publishing companies. Oh yeah, Witch of the Holy Night. I have it on my Steam wish list, but I'm not gonna get it on Steam. I'm in a visual novel mood. What can I say? All right. Well, now that I've gone down that rabbit hole and put more things on my wish list I shouldn't be buying. Witch of the Holy Night is the same world as Fate and Tsukihime for the record. Cool! You tried the demo of Holy Night and got bored. I should try the demo. That'd be the smart thing to do. Trying the demo would be the smart thing to do. Am I smart, though? If you don't like that, you're welcome to take my turn cooking tomorrow. So brazen! She strikes right at my weakness! Oh, I never imagined you were such a bad student! And with that, Fujini reluctantly returns the wooden container of rice to the dining table. 5 servings of my special mixed rice safely returned to the dinner table. Come on, Fujini, I made plenty of food today, so there's no need to hoard it. I made enough rice and side dishes for everyone. Munch, 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 munch. Oh, you may be right, Senpai, but this might be a bit too much even for you. Clack, 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 clack. Yes, a double-tier barrel with food enough for 4 people is certainly over the top. Double-tier barrel? Is that like the name of like the stacked trays of food? Double-tier barrel. It's not a barrel, it's a round wooden container of rice. The main dish is rice today, so I made extra. If we have leftovers, I'll make them into rice balls for lunch tomorrow. Munch, 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 munch. Oh, can I get on the lunch thing? I don't like fried rice made from leftover rice, but this is exceptional. What kind of stuff is in the rice? What's inside? Chew, 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 chew. This is basically mushroom mixed rice, correct? Instead of using bean, you use yuzu to make it aromatic. Clank, 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 clank. Fine, I'm going to eat this all by myself, just you watch. Fujini must have given up monopolizing the wooden container, but she starts to shovel food in her mouth at alarming speed. The moment her rice bowl is empty, she thrusts it out, requesting more. Anything for Fujini. Let there be a Fujini ending, please. Fujini rules. That's fine, but you really don't need to rush. There's plenty, Fujini. Don't mind me. I'm going to eat all the food you made, Shiro. I won't be letting some stranger who barged into our lives eat any of this food. Fujini snatched the rice bowl, huh? I don't get it. Sakura laughs uncomfortably and Tosaka looks exasperated and ignores her. Saber just sits eating her food. I worked pretty hard to make this, but it's still looking like that might have backfired. The dinner, which I intended to make Tosaka admit defeat, ended boisterously, thanks to Fujini's eccentric behavior. Dang it, Fujini. Cross you, Taiga! I'll be heading home, Senpai. Yeah, Fujini. Get Sakura home safely to her wizard brother, her mage brother. Yeah, I know, don't worry. Fujini takes Sakura's hands and they turn to go. What? What? You're looking at me weird, Shiro. Of course I am. No normal person could even move after eating so much. You think so? Well, I felt a bit full, but it was fine after I finished eating it all. And the problem is Taiga doesn't realize that other people have limits. Can't really expect something like that from a wild tiger. Hopefully we can try to keep her contained so she doesn't run wild. See you tomorrow. Don't stay up too late, you two. Good night, Senpai. Good night, Shiro. I see the two off and go back to the living room. It's time to talk about Shinji. I hope. I mentioned I had something to talk about after dinner. One thing I wanted to check the flowchart. Oh, we're about to have a choice, and we did have a choice here. I assume that this just told us... I doubt this affected like a relationship or anything. It'd be weird if this choice gave me a bad end, but assume this choice just told me about the caster or the witch and her powers a little bit early. Actually, we might not have had the conversation with Isai because we spent the time here, so we might have missed Isai in this branch. And we really wouldn't have gotten any information on what's going on up there. Alright. Good work today, so what do you want to tell us? It's about the other masters. There's something I need to tell you two. Saber's brows furrow slightly. As a servant, her life is focused on combat rather than peaceful daily routine. Oh man. Again, that part would be solved if we just let Saber go to school with us and join like the kendo club or something. I still don't think her wounds have completely healed. Even with her healing powers, the chest wound Lancer's noble phantasm inflicted won't heal quickly. With that in mind, I hesitate to tell him about Shinji. I'm the same as Shinji. I'd want to avoid fighting as much as I can. And I don't think it's right for a young girl like Saber to wield a sword. Again, because she's just a girl! Shiro, do you have something to tell us? Okay, let me get to the point. I met Ryder and her master today. Ryder's master. When did that happen? This is absurd. What were you thinking, meeting an anime master alone? Hold on, I appreciate the silence. I feel like there should be some, like, dramatic music right here. Or some frantic music going on right here. Don't get mad, no. Not get mad. No, I am certainly not angry. I am simply stupefied by your actions, Shiro. Ditto. Well, there's no point in getting angry over what's already done. Explain yourself, Shiro. Tosaka and Saber are glaring at me, super duper mad. I knew that they would say something about me being rash, but I never imagined they would be so livid. I met the master this afternoon. I just followed him because he said he wanted to talk. I didn't fight him or anything. Yeah, I can tell. So what kind of person is Ryder's master? What sort of person? It's our best friend Shinji. He called out to me when I was walking around school looking for the source of the field. He said he wanted to talk, so I followed him to his house. Shinji? You mean the Shinji? Yeah, Ryder was obeying Shinji, and he knew about the Holy Grail War. Apparently, the Mattel family is a noble family of mages. Yes, that's true, but that's impossible. The Mattel family should have completely diminished by now. No matter what they try, no child of the Mattel family should have magic circuits. This is the first time we've heard this song a lot, but this is like the first time I heard in the background like what sounded like a radio tuning them. Huh. Alright. Osaka seems pretty sure of what she's saying. If she says so, then Shinji and Sakura really don't have magic circuits. Oh yeah, Shinji said the same thing, but he still knows about magecraft, and that since he's the eldest male, that knowledge was passed down to him. Did he say anything about male? I thought he said it was just the oldest. Did I read wrong? Whatever. Are we, because it feels like Shiro's just being a little bit sexist by saying male, because I don't remember Shinji saying male. The thing again, as we've seen, I'm bad at reading stuff. That knowledge was passed down to him, so Sakura doesn't know anything. Anyway, that means he's a master, similar to me. He doesn't have any magical energy, so you wouldn't even be able to detect him. I see. My mistake. I should have known there would be a case like him. As long as he had grimoires lying around, he could become a master. That means he saw right through everything I was doing. How could I have been so careless? Sokka's beating herself up for what she's done so far. She may almost be flawless because she's so pretty, but that doesn't mean she can be kind of a ditz too. The problem is, most of those gaffes are turning out to be fatal. I screwed up. I should have kept a closer eye on Shinji. Had I known, I wouldn't have let him construct the bounded field. Oh yeah, Shinji said he's not the one who set it up. He said there's another master at the school. Well, as suppose that would be true. It's pretty obvious there's a master at school we're not aware of. Shiro, don't tell me you believe Shinji when he said he wasn't the one who set up the field. No, I'm not that much of a sucker. Well, as long as Shinji's at our school, I'd give it a 50-50 chance that it's his doing. I really don't think it is. Like, am I falling into a trap for thinking Lancer was guarding it? That could be the case. Like, it could be Shinji. I think I said I was 100% sure. No, I think I need to down that to like... No, I'm still pretty sure. I'm going like 90% sure Shinji's not the one who did the field. Although the field would be a good way for a dude without magic circuits to get magic, maybe? I don't know. 50-50, huh? If you think that's the ratio, you really are a sucker. Whatever, your optimism is what makes you who you are. That's probably why Shinji thought it'd be okay just to reveal himself. Huh? Anyway, what did you talk to Shinji about? He asked whether I wanted to team up with him. Shinji has no intention of fighting, and it sounds like he wanted to work with someone, so long as he knows them. Yeah, let's believe every single thing he says at his word. Don't tell me you... No. You turn this thing down normally. I've already teamed up with you anyway. Even if I were to answer, I should consult you first. We can get more cheap views! How exciting! Okay. Move the mic. Alright, worst. Off to the races again. Who gets to do the band? Why don't I have the normal band choices? Like... Twitch has it listed as a likely harasser instead of like a bot, which is weird. Okay. Yeah, so... Either Saribot is being more lax with the bans, Twitch has like a different way of detecting things, or the bots are getting smarter. And I found a way around like the automatic banning from Saribot. I don't like that, if that's the case. But oh well. Still easy to ban them. Thank you, worst. And again, speaking of my buddy the Worst Heroes, who is not only is he excellent at banning and destroying robots, he is also streaming the Return of the Phoenix Wright series tomorrow night on his channel. We will be streaming more visual novel goodness. We are on the third case, Trials and Tribulation, or the third game. We're on Trials and Tribulation. We're on the second case, and I am curious to see what he remembers. It's going to be fun getting into that nonsense. Because I believe we're going to be going almost straight into the trial, and I don't know if he remembers what's going on, because it's been months since we played. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride. We're going to see lots of silly stuff. I can't wait. Yay, silly voices. I can't wait for the return of Maya and Mia and everyone. And Phoenix. I love the Phoenix Wright series. One of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I said I would have consulted you about this, but I made my decision about Shinji on my own. There wasn't much to talk to you about anyway. Oh, but did I still do something rash? Not really. I think you made the right call. Besides, he was only asking you, so there's no room for me to butt in anyway. The way she's mumbling makes her seem, well, not quite herself. That was all I talked to Shinji about. I saw Ryder too, but it didn't seem like she was that powerful a servant to me. She's definitely not like Berserk. I mean, she can't be powerful. She's a girl! She's definitely not like Berserker, and she didn't seem as intense as Lancer. Ryder seemed decent. If Master felt that way, then it's likely true, but a servant's true power is determined by their noble phantasm. Until we find out who Ryder truly is, please do not let your guard down about her, Shiro. Yeah, I have no clue who she is. You know, Lancer and Berserker obviously look like heroes, but Ryder didn't quite have the same aura. I felt like she was different than your crud! I forgot to take into account one thing with, frickin' Ryder. It could be a dude, someone from
history or myth who's typically a dude. Dang it! Curse you, fate and your gender bending of characters a lot. So I probably have to lower my percentages. So I'm saying 15% Helen of Troy, 10% Sakura, 75% someone else.
Different typical servants, you say? I do not quite understand. But do you think you would be able to explain Shiro's discomfort, Ren? Oh yeah, I guess I understand, at least logically. You see, the Master's influence which heroic spirits summon as a servant. So because of that, Master and servant tend to be similar.
Who's a famous sister beater? The theatrical person to me wants to say Paris from... Wait, no, not Paris. Who's Juliet's brother in Romeo and Juliet? Paris is her suitor. Who does Romeo kill? Dang it. I haven't read Romeo and Juliet in a long time. Oh boy. I'm ashamed. Like, this is... I am truly straight up ashamed of myself. What is the name of the Capulet? Fine, Juliet's brother. I don't want to know Juliet's brother in Gossip Girl or in Psych. Mercutio! It could be Mercutio. No. Frickin' autocorrect did like the weirdest autocorrect. It was like Connor's Romeo and Juliet. I don't know who Connor is. Juliet's brother. Who is from Cal's Capulet? She had a brother, right? Tybalt. No, it's Tybalt is who I was thinking of. Yeah, Tybalt wasn't on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it wasn't her brother, it was her cousin. Tybalt was the cousin. Friggin' Tybalt. Well, a strong B. Yeah, there is a strong B sound there. It counts. We'll count it. For example, if the Master is a noble person, they'll summon a heroic spirit of a similar disposition. On the other hand, a deeply scarred, traumatized person is likely to summon a servant with similar experiences. So that's probably why Shiro felt something from Ryder. A Master with a twisted personality might summon a vengeful ghost close to a heroic spirit than a hero. A vengeful ghost close to a holy spirit? Is that what you meant before? That's right, a tyrant who enjoys the sight of blood and would not think twice about killing. There are plenty of heroes famous only for their brutality, so it would be a surprise like someone like that became a servant as well. Someone who's close. This chat's been really good about this, of course, but no spoilers if you know who it is. So someone... Plenty of heroes famous only for brutality, so it wouldn't be a surprise if someone like that. So we're thinking like someone who's like abusive. Who is someone who's like abusive? There are plenty of people who are just abusive from history. Yeah, I know you know who it is, Skeeth. Dang it. You probably have like 20 copies of them in Fate Grand Order or something. No, I'm not going down this Rhea Ripley. It'd be fun. It'd be cool if Rhea Ripley was a summon. Hit it. Hit us with that freaking brutality of hers. What's her finisher? The Riptide. Hit us with the Riptide. Is that true? I believe you also know if you're not getting things mixed up. Maybe you know. I do not remember, and I don't want to remember. I'm so glad I don't remember who this is. Because I'm loving the theory crafting. Ah! She's a 3-star unit in Fate Grand Order. Everyone has like 1,000 copies of her, so don't open the game. Now that I think about it, I smell... I'm not planning on opening up Freight Grand Order. She, you definitely know. Yeah. If you weren't here when she actually made an appearance, we did meet Ryder. It is this person. I've said my theories. My lead theory, Helen of Troy. Second is Sakura through some weird, not time travel shenanigans, but like beyond space and time, which I think this goes through. And last, I don't know who it is, but I can't count on gender female because it's fate. That's all I have on Ryder. There's one more thing, and this might be an important point. According to Ryder, there's apparently a master at Ryodao Temple. Someone is collecting magical energy from everyone in town. What do you two think of that? So yeah, this is important dialogue we wouldn't have gotten otherwise if we just shut up and ran away. Ryodao Temple, are you talking about the temple at the top of the mountain? Yeah, that's the one. Do you know anything about Tosaka? Actually, not at all. I've never been to Ryodao Temple. I don't know what kind of master would be up there, but a normal one wouldn't think to set up camp in a desolate place like that. Yeah, I was pretty surprised when I heard there was a master up there too. Being there might not draw much attention, but there are a ton of monks living in the temple. I'm trying to hurry because I want to finish before 7 o'clock so I can go watch AEW Dynamite. Hopefully we can get through the day. We're almost through the day, I think. I don't buy it. Even if it were true, Ryodao Temple is way out in the sticks. If they were to try to cast a net across Yama and Shinto, that would be powerful magic, but a waste of magical energy. If they collected magical energy from such a wide range, exhausting such a large-scale Maytrap would be impossible. Osaka thinks for a moment, looking troubled. I'm relying on her expression here, but I can't interrupt her. Actually, Shiro's story is plausible. If that master is able to take hold of the temple, they would likely be able to execute magecraft of that caliber effortlessly. You know about Ryodao Temple, Saber? I haven't taken you there yet, though. Have you forgotten, Shiro? I participated in the previous war. I know this town very well, and I know about the ley line that formed at the temple. A ley line? Hold on! That's where my house! That's what's at my house. Why would there be 2 ley line centers in one area? I do not know why, but that temple is like a sanctuary for mages. I hear all lifelines in the area flow towards the temple, so it is a perfect point to collect souls. Mages would simply have to tap into its natural flow to collect life force from the whole town. What does they desire? I'm curious if, like, based on, like, the names of the places and where the ley lines are, if they are, like, the same ley lines from Fate Samurai Remnant. I would assume they would be, if they're in the same area. I don't know if this takes place in the same town as Fate Samurai Remnant, because I've forgotten all about, like, the area names. You need to watch Outlaw Star again. I was enjoying Outlaw Star. I just hated, like, the cat girl character. Like, the cat girl character was, like, legitimately turn off the TV. I was annoyed by her. I liked everything else about the show, though. That's the first I heard of it. But if it's true, it would certainly be possible for someone to steal life force from the city. Asha clan. It's not the same region of Japan, but all areas have their own ley lines, which belong to the mage family that lives there. Yay, Fate lore. Thank you. So that area is spiritually powered. That's just obvious. Otherwise, people wouldn't have built a temple up there. Of course, you don't have to tell me that. I figured as much. Temples and shrines have traditionally been built where there are gods to protect the town. Monks don't pray to gods and Buddha offer people blessings. Instead, their job is to seal up any areas that people believe are unlucky. So based on that, it's no surprise the mountains where Ryodao Temple is located is a special place. Ugh. Hey, don't tell me you thought the temple was there just for show. What's wrong with that? I just thought it was some temple because there aren't any practicing thaumatures. I'm just not going to try to say that word. Practicing. Wait. Practicing. What's that?
They're people who help spirits go to heaven by means other than sutra readings, worship, or prayer. An enlightened person can pull off just those Shinto and Buddhist rites, but monks who aren't as experienced aren't able to reach that level, so they add their own powers to cast spells. There's an organization for people here in the country. I don't know much about them, since they're nothing about like the Mages Association. But more importantly, we should focus on the temple. If that temple is built on a ley line, masters would jump at the chance to seize it. So why would other masters overlook it? Because Ryaodao Temple's there. It's under surveillance. All the monks are real priests in training. They're not outliers like us. It would make it easy for a master to cajole people like them. Or one of them just could be a master. No, that is incorrect, Ren. It would indeed be easy for a master to gain control of that temple, but the mountain is surrounded by a bounded field, which proves problematic for masters. A bounded field that would be trouble for us? Yes, some sort of is at work, which removes everything other than natural spirits from the mountain. It does not affect humans, but servants are quite vulnerable to it. Gets rid of everything other than natural spirits? Does that mean servants can't set foot on the mountain? It is not impossible, but our abilities will likely be considerably weakened. It is like receiving a command spell order not to enter that place. Then how is the master at Ryaodao Temple maintain their servant? In fact, the temple itself is not under the bounded field. I also hear that it works like a boundary which protects the temple. The bounded field just repels anything approaching from the outside. It has no other function. So once you're inside, there's no that controls servants. That's weird. Enclosing the temple like that would cut off the ley line. There should at least be a pathway in. That is right. If you think in terms of the temple, it cannot refuse visitors approaching by the way of the main entrance. Following by that logic, it is my understanding that the main road leading to the temple does not have a bounded field cast over it. The main gate is the only place that does not have a power to command servants like us. I see. I guess that's logical. So if all the gates were closed off, the air inside would grow stagnant. So there's one gate. That's all I can tell you. So please, draw your own conclusions. If you have determined that there is a master present, then there is only one thing to do. I know what Saber wants to say. Her eyes are telling me that since we know the enemy's location, we just need to attack. But I'm going to pass. Feels like a trap, and honestly, I don't want to make a move based only on the information we have now. If we're going into the enemy's own base, we should wait until we know what sort of servant they have. That is unexpected. I thought you would have been the first to... Oh, no, that was Ren. That's unexpected. I thought you'd be the first to suggest fighting. Insult me if you want. Archer's not back to full strength, so I'm going to remain a spectator. Understood. Then, Shiro, let us head over to the temple by ourselves. Saber is pretty matter-of-fact about it, but I'm... I feel like she wants to go there tonight. And I don't want to start another big scene, so we aren't... Okay. One hand. I think Shiro would say don't fight. However, the game has told me if you're a coward, you die. Based on what the game has told me, I should say fight if I want to survive. However, Shiro would say don't fight, and also I would say don't fight. I do not feel comfortable in this situation, especially with Rin and Archer still sidelined. The only way I would say fight is if we went up there with straight up reinforcements. And that reinforcements, if it can't be Rin and Tosaka, or if it can't be Rin and Archer, it would have to be Shinji and Ryder. And it doesn't look like that is an option at all.
I was gonna stop here and leave this on a cliffhanger. I'm following my gut. My gut says don't fight. No, I agree with Tosaka. We shouldn't be going there yet. I know we're taking off Saber. I know we are. What, are you saying you will not fight either? That is ridiculous. What was even the point of me resting? You must strike first, especially now that we know where our enemy is. You're also not fully recovered from the whole your heart almost exploded due to cause and effect being reversed by a frickin' stick. I know that, but we need to wait. If the master of the Ryoto Temple is so thoroughly prepared, they'll have set a trap for us. Rushing in without a plan is suicide. Osaka's right. We should at least wait until Archer and you have fully recovered. These are the risks we must always face. I do not expect victory without injury or setback. Even if the enemy's traps pierce my body, I can fight as long as I have my head. No matter how badly injured I am, it is worth the risk if we can defeat this master. I'm going to look at the flowchart, and it's going to have like a negative heart on Saber. I'm betting on that. Oh, we don't have a negative heart. That's good at least. And we also continue on, so maybe we don't have a bad end. Don't be such a fool! Who would ever say it's okay to get hurt? It's fine going in knowing risk, but it's a suicidal mission is stupid. But as your master, I can't let you do something dangerous. Going to Ryoto Temple would be suicide, no question. The lone road leading up to the temple is sure to be packed with traps and obstacles, maybe both. It's one thing to go in expecting the dangers, but doing without a plan to deal with them is suicidal. No matter how powerful Sabler. No, we aren't talking about Stabler from SVU. No matter how powerful Saber is, she's still held back by my weakness. I'd hate for her to push herself to fight and end up dead. Like a girl. If it ends up like last time, I can't agree to go in charging blindly. I did not think to hear you say such a thing again. Listen, Master. Servants are meant to get hurt. I will not allow my master to avoid battles simply for fear of that eventually. I am willing to fight eventually. The circumstances are really bad right now. Like, on a scale of like 1 to 10 of preparedness, we're at a 6. I'd want to at least be at like an 8. Fine, it doesn't matter if you don't allow it. If you're going to keep being so reckless, I'll stop you as many times as I have to. If you don't like that, hurry up and heal yourself. You're still not fully healed, are you? Not as much as it should interfere with my ability to fight. Delaying combat because you are concerned about a wound is pointless. Saber just won't change her mind about fighting. Grr! Why doesn't she understand no matter what I say? Yeah? Well, I'm not budging. You lost to Berserker before. Are you going to push through and keep on fighting so we can both be defeated again? You gotta be kidding me! I don't want to get killed all over again! Thank you, Shiro, for not wanting to raise up the disembowelment counter. We love that. Then, I expected Saber to argue. Instead, she just draws in a breath. That was cruel, Shiro. The tone is apologetic. Sorry to have been unfair. I'm still not willing to attack yet. Again, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I have a colon now. I think I do. But having a colon isn't enough for me to want to charge in. I have to make sure it's, like, a super good colon. I know I can't let the Master of Ryoto Temple do as they please. We're in no condition to fight. If we rush in now and defeat it, then who will stop the Master at the Ryoto Temple? Listen, we're going to attack, but only after your wound is healed and we're in peak condition. If you have a problem with that, go find another master. Understood. Master insists.
Saber's voice is quiet as she answers. Then she falls silent. Our conversation ends there. Osaka and Saber go back to their rooms, and I'm left alone in the living room, starting to regret what I did. Ah, well, it's too late. I could have said it differently, so why do I have to say it the way I did? I think we said it well. Was I only able to convince her with words that cut her so deep? Cut her like her chest has been cut open by a magical spear? Interlude? What the heck is interlude? What's going on? Who is this? Let's see what this is. Interludes follow character who are not Shiro. Good to know. It's a quiet, windless night. It's past midnight. Darkness blankets the sky. The town itself is like a dark sea, illuminated only by moonlight. Overhead, the clouds move across the sky. At ground level, there's not a breath of wind. Higher up, the air must be roaring as the clouds swim by. There is at least some wind. Maybe she hears the audible wind. She mutters quietly as she looks up to the windy sky. The young girl known as Saber stands quietly in the middle of the yard. We'll stick with her voice that we've been giving her. Stands quietly in the middle of the yard, glaring up at the sky. Her golden hair is beautiful, even in the dark hour of the night. Her clear green eyes remain on the moon as it flickers in and out of view. She glances toward the corner of the yard once more. There is an old shed. Her lord sleeps there. If you say you will not fight, fine. What are you doing, Saber? There's a heavy clang. Are you going to go there by yourself? The sound of iron melts into the darkness without reaching anyone's ears. The moon hides, then reveals itself once again. As the clouds above float past, the girl's appearance changes radically. Solid, heavy armor. She can no longer be called a girl in her blue raiment. Now, she is shrouded in steely armor, woven by magical energy, intense, though it would overwhelm all others. Is this about to be bad? Game told me not to be a coward, and I was a coward. In her hand, she holds an invisible sword, concealed by the same magical energy that surpasses human understanding. The figure, once considered undefeatable in the battlefield, proves that someone like her still exists in this day and age. Though her sword is invisible, the majestic air she exudes proves her exceptional skill as a swordsman. This is what made her Saber, the hero of the sword, said to be the strongest of all the Seven Servants. A knight among knights who remains ever civil and acts according to her lord's will. Whatever the other heroic spirits be like, she remains the ideal swordsman who would never defy her lord. But that ends tonight. She is here defying her lord's orders. Dang it! We're going to an app. I'm still clicking through. Rather, she is not truly disobeying her lord. This is her way of bringing her lord victory. The result of her own determination. He is too naive. If he continues on this path, it will only lead to death at another master's hand. But this master will never change his ways. Then, it must be her duty to be heartless. How can you be so heartless? If her master will not fight, her sword must. My wounds have not healed. I cannot expect a supply of magical energy from the master. But that still poses no hindrance in battle. After confirming her own abilities, she returns her gaze to the moon. She has no concern for the shed where her lord sleeps any longer. Now that she is armed and wearing her armor, the only thing on her mind is defeating her enemies. The moon darkens. The moment a large cloud covers the sky, Saber jumps over the walls of the mansion grounds. She runs through the darkness, the silvery swordswoman in the sleepy town. She is correct. She is bound to suffer great injury, or at worst, die herself. But how can she call herself a servant if she cannot do the impossible? Servants are driven by their superior abilities and unassailable pride. They are proud heroes and have earned the confidence of numerous battles they fought. As heroic spirits whose lore has been passed down and respected since ancient times, they cannot lose no matter who they face. Cannot even imagine defeat. I'm trying to fast forward because I need to end this in the next 10 minutes. Cuts through the mountain as the staircase awaits her. This is certainly different than the Ryodao Temple she remembered. The air is stagnant, the wind is barren. The land's lifeline was contaminated long ago. This place is a land of death. The moment one enters, there can be no escape. She does not hesitate. Dang it, Saber! Saber does not so much as break stride as she runs up the steps. Scenery flies by, her footsteps echo on the stone stairs, and the mountain begins to strike. The stairs are long, stretching across a great distance. The temple's gates are far even for Saber. So long as the stairs that are is it possible for one to pass through the gate undetected. An ambush surely awaits. Reaching the gate will not be easy. Nothing will stop her. Even when Berserk appeared before her, she would break through. Such is her determination, her confidence. She reached the top, just as she is about to reach the gates. The obstacle presents itself. Who are you? Who? You're not Caster, are you? Alright. It's Assassin. Ah, boy. Saber stops. Wielding frickin' giant blade. Is it Sephiroth? Despite her determination to push through what enemy she faces, she is surprised by what she finds. It appears so natural, like a breeze. The man appears before her, lacking any trace of enmity, but leaves not a single opening for an attack. You. Saber stops and readies her invisible sword. The man before her, backlit by the moon, ignores Saber's glare as if it were nothing. A samurai. She has heard about them, but she is bewildered by the sight of one. This is her second Holy Grail war, and even though she has seen many other heroic spirits, this is her first time seeing a servant like him. Sweat beads down Saber's brow. She is not afraid. Rather, she is struggling to comprehend. It is not as though she has never encountered strange servants. Certainly, there was no stranger and more mysterious servant than the archer of the previous war. By comparison, the servant before her is hardly frightening and possesses no incredible weaponry. And that is exactly what makes it strange. She senses nothing in the man. There is no doubt he is a servant, but she seems to possess neither a noble phantasm or magical. I can straight up tell you, if he's like a samurai from history, I'm not going to be able to name him, because I do not know nearly enough / next to anything about Japanese history. He should be an easy foe. Their fight should end in a single blow, but her instincts give her one simple warning. Don't underestimate him. This servant has means of inflicting death. Can't get closer. His katana is unconventionally long for a Japanese sword, making it hard to gauge spacing. And more than that, Saber's position puts her at a huge disadvantage. He has the high ground! Oh no! Man is standing at the top of the stairs, and Saber stands below, about 5 meters below. His sword will reach before she can rush. She feels nothing from her sword. Repelling it should be easy. She should not be afraid to step in, but Saber senses somehow she should not. That is my guess. Sephiroth is my best bet, but there's no chance it's Sephiroth. Saber adjusts her grip on her sword and glares at the enemy. She may not know his identity, but she should at least be able to determine his class. I ask of you, what servant are you? Saber doesn't expect an answer. After a brief smile.
Assassin no servant, Sasaki Kojiro.
Oh, you just gave me your name. Did I know this name? Because I don't. Seven's reply is giving in a sing-song voice. Oh, Saber could not help but be surprised. Sevens generally conceal their identity. Everyone knows Sasuke. Yeah, totally know who that is. What sort of servant would so bluntly and proudly give his name? You. Why?
立ち会いの前に名を明かすのは当然であろう。それがそなたのように見目麗しい相手ならばなおのことだという。
Alright.
そのような顔をされるとは心外である。
Give me his voice. Come here, assassin. Hey, Sasuke. The man who introduced himself as Sasuke Kojiro, the assassin, is to enjoy Saber's confusion. And now you know why Jesse and James are called Sasuke and Kojiro in the Japanese dub of Pokemon. I did not know they were not called Jesse and James. They should have just been called... Actually, now that makes sense. Frickin' Jesse James. Curses! There's no way Saber knows. There's no way Saber knows. She has no idea this servant is a swordsman who wields a long sword called... Just gone up. And was rumored to have been an unrivaled swordsman during the Kai Chao era of Japan. Knowing, of course, would change nothing. The man's origin is unknown, even his existence is uncertain. His story was told only by word of mouth, and there's perhaps only one person in the world who knows the true identity of the man who was hailed as the greatest swordsman in the world. The man who never left a mark on history, but was Sasaki's Kojiro's archenemy, and the only one who have defeated him. So how can this man be called a hero? The assassin is a presence far removed from Saber herself. Who among heroic spirits could know the abilities of a swordsman, who could not himself normally be a heroic spirit? However, two things are clear for her. One is that the man before her is an enemy, and the other is that he is willing to identify himself. You are correct. A knight's honor demands revealing oneself when addressed, and that one should return the gesture in kind. Saber's voice is grave. Revealing her true name poses an immense risk. She cannot reveal her true name, even under torture, nor does she have any intention of doing so. However, this is only in the name of pursuing her victory. For the same reason, she cannot tarnish her knight's honor. Kojiro, you said. Assassin, I am. Say no more. I know you're the sort who must give your name in kind if I do so first. It is I who was boorish. The man descends the stairs gracefully. Assassin confronts Saber, slowly taking slow steps by the stairs. I need to know my enemy in this way. If we are to battle, we shall speak with our blades. Am I wrong, Saber? Well, this should be no surprise. I do not know what you are holding, but the murderous intent surrounding you most certainly belongs to a swordsman. Ah, that dazzling aura of a swordsman. You can only be Saber. He takes a step closer. Assassin descends the stone steps. He points his sword at Saber. I don't care to know your true name. All that matters to me is the servant known as Saber falls to my blade. There is nothing to discuss. Is that not what it is to be a servant? In any case, the Satsu no Hado? Ah! The swordsman laughs joyfully. I see. Yes, that is true. As Saber speaks, she readies her sword. That's the spirit. Then let us duel, Saber. I must see your swordsmanship, said to be the greatest of all servants. I've not enjoyed the descriptions of the fight, so straight up, I'm probably skipping. Oh, the interlude's over. Saber didn't die? We didn't get a bad end? Uh-oh. This probably feels like about as good a chance to stop as any. Yep. Little sad I made the right choice, because I do like going for bad endings.
But yeah, I did the right thing. Like it wasn't an obvious one. Like if it was a 100% super obvious bad end, I'd probably go for it. But I was like, I'm like 70% sure fight is a bad end, but I wasn't sure enough that I wanted to go for it. And in those cases where I don't know, I do want to go like with my heart slash how the character probably should go for it. So yeah, I'm very happy with how that went. But let's go ahead, go back to title, listen to some music. Do not skip battles. Don't skip battles. I'll give the battles another chance. Just like the Lancer battles with Archer, the Lancer battle with Saber, the description of the battle with Shiro. I did not enjoy the description of those battles. Like those were like that's the closest thing to a slog I've had playing this game so far. Let us see who's streaming right now. I'm only going to miss like the first like 5 to 10 minutes of Dynamite, so I think that's perfectly fine. Let's see who's streaming at the moment and share a little bit of love. I'm going to put it on this. Who is on the Twitch at this very moment in time? I think we share a little bit of love with. Again, thank you to everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Ordo. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Worse, for doing good mod stuff. I don't know the next time I'm going to stream Fate Stay Night. I'm probably going to try to aim for Saturday. Because, again, we're doing voice acting tomorrow on Thursday with our buddy The Worst Heroes over on his channel. So, like, I don't know if I'll be doing 3 straight days of silly voice acting. So, probably no stream Friday. Unless I do, like, a super short one. But probably Saturday. Almost certainly Saturday. Who is streaming right now? We haven't gotten to raid Runkaiden in a bit. Runkaiden is one of my JRPG friends, and he's currently playing through some Mega Man X. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of Mega Man in your life. Let's raid into Runkaiden. If you feel like participating in the raid, we do have raid commands. You have activated my raid card because branding. Thank you so much to everyone who's bothered to hang out with me, even for a minute. Like, it brings me, it makes me happy. Hopefully, people who are here at the very beginning of the stream enjoy the musical theater stuff I've been doing, because that also is what brings me joy, being able to sing and getting to share the voice and share my love of the musical theater. So, thank you so much. Anticipate the next stream being Saturday. And until next time, fare thee well. Ta-ta.